Morning, Mike.
Okay, here we go. Coffee with Mike and Mike. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while since we've done the Mike and Mike coffee deal.
Yep.
Anyway, hope everybody's doing well with the COVID-19 fiasco, so to speak.
Yeah.
For those of you who are wondering, we are 6 feet apart. Anyway, so
the miracles of modern editing.
There we go. Put a ruler in the background. We got 6 feet.
Yep.
Anyway, we're out here in the middle of nowhere. There hasn't been very many COVID cases in Valley Springs, California, nor at the BlackHawk Ranch.
Yeah.
Though I could have swore I had it back in October, November.
December for me, I thought.
Yeah.
Something, looking back on it. Who knows?
Now that you look back on it, it's been a year since I got whacked. I thought it was pneumonia, but they said it wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't think they have any idea what it was.
And I went down in December for a week. So, yeah, who knows?
It is what it is.
It is what it is, yeah.
But we're happy to be back with you guys, and we're going to be doing a lot more Coffee with Mike and Mike's, and we've got a lot of new products coming through. And frankly, we've been damn busy.
Yeah.
Our training field has been very busy, and the average age is holding up. We got a lot of the older people, and
still
some
there.
Some of the youngers, a lot of husbands and wives.
Yep.
And it's despite COVID, it's been a good season. Yeah, good sales, etc. But regardless, we do have some new products. But today we have something important that we want to talk about. And in a way, some of you can look at this as a buyer's guide.
Yeah,
or
something like that. Some
type of information for you if you're looking at purchasing paramotor equipment. It doesn't matter what brand you're buying or anything like this. And Mike gave it an appropriate title. And this is really coming from our instructors. You know, we have several certified instructors here, and this is their culmination of thoughts. So what's the title of this, Mike and Mike?
Oh, the realities of training.
There we go. So I'll let you go ahead and start it since you're the guy on the field most of the time.
Well, the average age is usually in the mid-50s on up. You know, the reality is that's the age group that has the time off and has the additional money and stuff. So that's why we see quite a few people in that age group as the majority. Everybody watches YouTube and everything, and it looks so simple, run into the sky. The reality of it is when the people show up here, they find out that it's like going to boot camp for the first few days, and a majority of the people that are in that age group, the 50s on up, the cold hard reality of it is by day 3 or day 4, and here recently we've just had a lot. It's what made me think about maybe this is something to talk about. They're switching to wheels. Physically, you're running around with, you're running. That it doesn't get any more plain Jane than that. You're doing a lot of running. And at some point, you're going to have to put the equipment on your back, and you're going to have to run with it too. By the time we get to that stage, you're already flogged and stuff. We do make it a pretty good point when we're talking to you guys. You guys call us up and stuff, and that we do drop the the wheels concept on you, and that gets sometimes fought back on pretty hard, and then sometimes people realize what we're talking about. When you get into the wheels, and this is just food for thought, people. It's not the right answer, and it's definitely not the wrong answer, but you can eliminate a huge amount of the running, physical stuff, the possibility of tripping and falling, because I'm not going to blow smoke at you. If that is the reality, you're going to run faster than you've ever ran before in your life. The motor will make you do it, and the winch will make you do it. So the realities of running that fast and stuff, especially when we're older, and the tripping and falling, we don't heal as quickly.
No.
We don't handle that stuff as well. A lot of that can be eliminated by at least starting your training on wheels first. You're doing a forward launch. You have to get underneath the glider and control it the same as you would be when you're running. But you're doing all this right on toe, right from the get-go, and learning how to actually fly the glider a lot sooner without all the extra physical expense.
You know, he's mentioning guys in their 50s, and honestly, there's a lot of guys in their 40s who have come in or called and says, you know what, I don't want foot launch, I want to go with wheels.
Yeah.
And I think Mike was kind of alluding to this, is we don't really direct you here at BlackHawk. We are an information center. We give you information. You tell us your age, your weight, your height, and don't forget your elevation. That's very important.
Yeah.
It's one thing for a guy at 55 years old at 8,000 feet to launch versus a guy at sea level. Huge difference. But these are things that we need to discuss with you, or we do discuss with you. And ultimately, it's your decision whether you want to continue on with foot launch or not. But you were mentioning some of these guys kind of fight back and, no, I'm going to do foot launch. And that's okay too. Again, we're here to help you sort it out.
Yeah.
But often those guys get here and their persona completely changes after a couple days.
Yeah.
And they come up to us and they'll say, give me the damn wheels. Because ultimately, you want to be a pilot. Yeah.
You just want to fly.
Low and slow, cruising around is what this is all about. And I can't begin to tell how many people that it's all about confidence. If you're confident and you're having fun, you're not worried about, geez, I just got off the ground. Now I got to think about this landing. You're not enjoying your time up there.
Yeah.
And that's why you're paying money. That's what you wanted. That's the dream.
Yeah.
So confident up there, landing, taking back off, and flying as often as possible is really what it's all about.
Yeah. So when coming back to the whole training thing, if you start on the wheels and you get through all this stuff, the launch, you're doing a forward launch. You're just not having to run. You have to do all the same things on the wheels as you do when you're running, except without all the physical exertion and without the risk of falling, tripping, the myriad of other things that can happen. It's, so the safety aspect is there. And then once you get confident with that and you're doing touch and goes and you want to go foot launch, your transition going to foot launch is going to be so much easier because you've done landings and takeoffs and you know what all this feels like.
You understand all the dynamics and you've already flown without that extra worry.
Yeah, it's not cheating you of doing foot launch. It's actually helping you. But again, is that the right answer, the wrong answer? It's really up to you guys. It's just a suggestion.
I think we can add a little bit to that too, because there is another factor that does need to be considered, and that's that most of these trikes out there are very tippy.
Yeah.
So you're talking about foot launch to a lightweight trike that's tippy. So what I think Mike is saying, you correct me if I'm wrong, you're going to go on a quad.
Yeah.
Quads are lower to the ground. They're wider, a little bit longer, they're much safer.
Yeah, more forgiving.
Yeah.
When you do make the mistakes and stuff, that they just allow you to learn better, and that's just my opinion. I just think it's a more solid platform in the beginning to learn with, and once you get really good on that, going to a light trike is really not a big deal because you have the glider control.
Yeah.
So it's just, and then if you want to, like I said earlier, if you want to go to foot launch, that transition is going to be so much easier because all the skill sets there, you know what it's supposed to look like, you know what it's supposed to feel like. You just have to run, and you're not so taxed out now from 3 days of trying to figure it out running. It's like I said, it's my opinion. Whether it's right or wrong, who knows? But
well, I'm just thinking. No, I totally agree with you, and I know Brandon, our other trainer, who we're going to be introducing you guys to on our next video.
Yeah.
Great young man. Doing a fabulous job, by the way.
Fantastic job.
Yeah. I'm following with you, and I'm totally agreeing. But then I'm thinking, too, if a lot of these guys are buying some of this lighter weight gear, and it's not very strong, right? They don't really have that option to go to a trike.
No,
if they've already purchased their equipment.
Yeah.
We've got people here that have trained that have purchased other gear. and it just didn't work.
Yeah.
So I would caution you about that because it is money that they're spending.
Yeah.
You know, if they're spending 10, 11, 12, maybe $13,000. A lot of these companies say, oh yeah, this can fit on a trike, but we've seen what happens.
Yeah.
You add gas, the cage pulls into the prop, and it's all over with.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing some of these companies, and I'm not going to mention any names, but they're extending the motor way out the back and pushing the prop 7.5 to 9.5 inches out the back of the cage.
Yeah.
That's not safe.
No.
And the only reason why they're doing it is because their frame isn't strong enough.
Yeah.
So when you add a trike to this equation, which so many people are doing now, they're going to the foot launch, like Mike's saying, and then they're saying, I'm tired of putting this thing on my back.
Yeah.
You know, or they've had incidents.
Yeah. Believe it or not, guys, wheels is in your future at some time. It comes to all of us.
That's so true. And some maybe earlier than you want.
Exactly.
But, you know,
mine's earlier than I wanted. I'm just wheels.
It's funny though, because we're up on our trikes flying. Are you thinking about foot launch?
No.
Me neither.
No, I'm just having a good time.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, I didn't really think about that.
Yeah.
And remember with the quads too, these guys, you know, we have the on the older quad, the low point 2, we had the bar that came by and then down, and then you have the 2 wheels out there. And some people would say, oh, I don't want to look at the wheel, or I don't want to see these bars. And after they've flown a few times, you say, hey, man, do you notice that was bars?
Yeah.
No. You don't notice.
I didn't see them.
Think about it in an airplane. You know, we fly the Super Cub around, right? And everything is encapsulated. You know, you're really not. And you're sitting so low in the thing, you can't see shit anyway.
Want to talk about visibility? It ain't there.
No, it's not.
You have to fly them. You have to fly
upside down,
looking out the side, anyways. So
yeah. How high are we? Yeah. Anyway.
Yep.
You know, this sport's awesome. It really is. And it's great to see people get involved, and I love that smile on their face after that first flight. And it's great. But let's make educated decisions here. Let's really think about the process. And what Mike said is really true. We're here for you. We just want to help you get in the air or give you information so that you can make good choices and enjoy what we enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And while we're on the topic of coffee and coffee with
we
Mike
drink a lot of coffee.
We drink a lot of coffee.
And we get a lot of people sending us coffee. Yeah. And this stuff is badass.
This is awesome. Yeah. This is awesome.
It comes right here from Signature Coffee Company, and they're in Humboldt, California, which is north of us. And,
and it's small batch. You know, this is
small batch.
Yeah.
That they roast coffee right there. They grow the coffee right there, and amongst other things, are grown up there in Humboldt, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so they probably got some pretty damn good growers up there that are now growing coffee. But they have various types. It's all organic, by the way, and man, I haven't had one I didn't like yet.
So far,
that's what I'm drinking. I'm drinking the breakfast blend right now, and you're drinking what? This
is the
Black Thunder.
Black Thunder.
So how strong is it?
Good, and has kind of a chocolate finish to it or something like that. I'm not a wine taster or anything. I just like it if I like it and don't if I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you if it has a little herb taste to it or...
I've not had this one. I'm going to steal this one from you next. There's a little bit left, but I've had 3 of them, and they've been exceptional. And for me, my system, organic, I have to go with organic. Yeah. And it's definitely good tasting.
Yep, and that's Signature Coffee Company. They're in Humboldt County, Redwood, California, and stuff. And
he's going blind. It's Redway, California.
Redway, California. I'm sorry, guys.
We'll put the information on the video so you guys can see it.
Yeah, we'll put their thing there. But really good coffee, guys, and they do mail order and all that. So
Aren't they fellow pilots?
They're students here right now.
That's right.
Yeah. So they're training right now. So we'll be seeing them a little later this afternoon.
Sounds good.
All right.
If you guys have any questions whatsoever, you can call us at any time and we can discuss.
Not any time.
Well, okay, go ahead. It's been kind of crazy. People calling at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, or 11 o'clock at night. So please be reasonable. 7 to maybe 7 or 7 to 6 or something like that would be great. But if you have any questions whatsoever, you want to discuss anything, you're unhappy with something, it doesn't matter. Just give us a call on the phone and we'll get you squared away.
And I'm busy on the field, guys, from first light until lunch, and then usually around 3:30 or 4 o'clock until dark. So if you're trying to get in touch with me, your best bet, because I don't answer the phone, I don't look at my phone or nothing when I'm with the students. Just not fair to you guys to be staring at Google or whatever. Send me a text message. And I always return the calls, and it's usually going to be between 1 and 3 in the afternoon. I'll get back to you. But that's the best way to get in touch with me.
And again, a text off hours is the same as a phone call.
Yeah.
Because we all have kids, and we keep those phones for emergency uses as well.
Yeah.
So, anyway, thanks.
Thank you. Till next time.